today I am going to be using Lovable.dev, who after their issues yesterday have been kind enough to give us paying users the weekend of unlimited credit. So today I'm going crazy. Not only am I finishing the JPX fitness site off, you can see I edited it 2 minutes ago, but I'm also going into my Namecheap directory and finding all of the domains that I've purchased and said to myself that I was going to turn into websites. When I was making my niche sites, I probably turned about 24, 25 into actual sites, and I was running and it was hectic. But on top of those 24 or 25, I also bought a bunch of domains. And now I have a flurry of age domains that I now have to do something with. And I finally let go of the emotional feeling of selling them. So now what I'm doing is using Lovable to create these sales landing pages. I've seen a bunch of people do it, and I consulted the community on Twitter and they said this is the best thing to do. I could also list them on GoDaddy to auction them or try and sell them on Namecheap. I think it's not as popular selling them on Namecheap, but I could list them on GoDaddy, or I can just do this, which is what I'm doing, because it's going to be fun to build these out, just build simple websites. And I can also show you how to connect your domain name if you've purchased it somewhere else. So if you've purchased a domain from Namecheap and you want to connect it to Netlify, all of that setup process is quite fast now because I've done it a few times, so I'll get to do that. So I thought, let me just do that, make the basic sites, and then set them up, and I can put them for sale on my website, I can auction them, whatever the case may be. The buyer will then get a basic site. I might put some blog posts up. Some of them are still on WordPress, so I'm actually going to be selling some niche sites off if anybody is still interested in buying them. One that I have is Bully Owners, and this one actually should sell quite easily because it has this YouTube channel, which is, to my surprise, still growing. People are still adding comments and subscribing. So I've got this YouTube channel that goes along with it. The domain itself isn't doing anything miraculous, but it is 2 years and 7 months old. So it's an aged domain. I don't know if it's acquired any backlinks. I'm not sure, but I think the main positive point with it is the YouTube channel that it comes with. So you get a nice little logo and a YouTube channel, so that's going to be fun. The issue is, this looks terrible. I think my landing page is gone and I've just neglected it. But the issue is, this is already a site that was built out on WordPress. So I will then have to transfer all my blog posts because I don't want to, oh dear, the short codes and stuff are showing up. Really bad. This is what happens when you neglect a site. But I'm gonna have to try and copy these posts over. But again, we've got unlimited credits, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'll just tell Lovable to create a blog and then try and just recreate these pages. So that will take a bit longer to do because I'm actually doing this backwards. I've done all of those topics that I kind of scrutinize now. So, can American bullies eat fish bones? Can American bullies eat eggs? What a time. But anyway, so a lot of these pages are still indexed. I don't know if they're still going to be indexed after this video comes out, but the main thing is, for anybody who would be looking to buy this domain, they would be buying the YouTube channel along with it. Whatever they decide to do with it after that, that's nothing to do with me, but this is what I'm selling. So I could just sell the domain, or I could sell the site as it is. It's not making any money. The YouTube channel, I don't believe it's monetized because these are mostly shorts. So even though it's getting traffic, it's getting subscribers and views, it's mainly from these shorts. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a prompt to create this. So I've got the logo. I'm going to give that logo. I'm going to keep the color scheme, and I'm going to just do something very simple. And then the landing page is going to be the sales page. And then I'm going to put I don't know how I'm going to price it. It doesn't I don't have any sort of idea of how I would price such a thing. What I would do if I had a price was just put a button to Stripe so they can just check out and then leave their Namecheap email or whatever it is that I need to transfer over to them. But now that I'm going to be using Lovable, it's not going to be WordPress, so it will be Netlify. So I could, if they wanted the site or they just want the domain, it will be easier if they don't want the site, because it's just going to be a landing page site. But if they want the YouTube channel, I'll need to get some more information from them to send it over once they've purchased. But I have to kind of be like, all sales are final, this is what you get, and that's that. So I don't think I don't need to go into ChatGPT and create this elaborate prompt. I just need to tell it the color scheme and what I want it to do, and then I'll add the blog pages after. So create a landing/sales page for my dog website, bully owners. Let me just give it the actual domain, bullyowners.com. The color scheme is red and white. So create a nice UI for for this with modern elements and animations. The logo, the logo is attached. The logo is attached. I don't even know what else I'm supposed to be including. The logo is attached. Oh, okay. So add cards for the stats, and then I'm going to include a video of the YouTube channel. So add cards for the stats, for the following stats. Domain age, and I think it was 2 years. So it's 2 years, 7 days, or 2 years, 7 months. So domain age, 2 years, 7 months. I don't know if it has any backlinks or anything like that. I should check. I think the domain authority is only 2, so probably not. Yeah, so there's not much domain authority to write home about, but there are 204 results. I don't know if that's something you include, but why not? So the pages, this is a tough one, so I probably shouldn't be trying to do this, because of all of these pages. I don't know if I care. I don't know if they care, if they're just buying the domain. I think they can just recreate them. So Google pages indexed, I guess, is 204. What else do we need? So we got the domain age, the Google pages indexed. I think we can add things after, but I do like to have a third card just so when they put it together it looks good. YouTube channel, that's it, YouTube channel, and that is 4,546 subscribers. I don't know if I have the URL yet. I'm going to embed, let's say include a section with a with a nice gradient, which I will use to display a video of the YouTube channel stats. I think that's cool. And then finally add a nice bold CTA mentioning that the site, I'm going to try to reuse this, so but this site is a lot different to the other domains that I'll be selling, so this was a strange one to start with because it's got more going on. But finally add a nice bold CTA mentioning that the site is for sale. Should that be at the beginning or the end? Okay, let's see. Let's say also add a nice bold CTA mentioning that the site is for sale. Add one at the top of the page and one at the bottom. You can also link to the YouTube channel and let's see what it does. Wait, I need to attach the logo. All right, so we've attached the logo. It knows the color scheme. This is everything I need. I'm gonna copy this prompt because let's see what it does. I wonder if I could just turn this into a landing page for WordPress and then do it that way rather than have to update the entire site and copy all those pages over. That might be something to consider. Let's see what it does first. Join our community. Growing YouTube presence, cool. I can see where it's going. I can see what it's doing. Looks good. All right, what have we got? I like it. Cool. I like it. I like it. Bullyowners.com, premium domain, an established community for sale. Contact about purchase. I like it. And then the video will go there. That's perfect. Don't miss this opportunity. Own an established brand in the dog community with strong online presence. And to be fair, Bully, this was, I think it's like American Bully. The YouTube channel was united on their love for American Bullies, which is now a banned dog. I believe in the UK, loads of controversial stuff around that. But Bully can also apply to all types of the bull breed. So that should be a good buy for a dog owner or somebody who likes to buy dog websites, because again, it's already got an established YouTube channel, and then they can just start to upload content for all kinds of that bull breed. So that's cool. Domain age, pages index, YouTube subscribers. Again, it would be good if I could just turn this into a WordPress, a landing page. I've not tried that before. It might be something worth doing. But for now, this is perfect. Contact about purchase. I would prefer that to just be like a buy now link to Stripe, if I'm honest. What I'll do is, our channel, let me see. What I could do in the meantime, because I'm waiting for the video to export, what I could do is just put the YouTube video for the channel in there. Premium domain established and community for sale. Contact about purchase. I don't know if I should try to recreate these pages, which are not really worth. Let me see. Yeah, they're not the best. I mean, of course they're not the best. They're awful, but yeah, and there's like things missing. But I don't know if I should just completely let them die, just leave the WordPress install as it, just leave it where it is, and then point the domain to this new page on its own, or try to salvage these posts or these pages, because I've added this thing to say that X amount of, oh yeah, this was really good. I think this is what's mostly indexed, was the directory. I'm leaning towards just leaving it. Nothing is like, this is not even my monetization. If anybody has come over to it, they're not even able to do anything because the plugin has been disabled for whatever reason. Just the same way the homepage is just, I think I started doing something and then left it. So I think this is a throwaway. So I may just let that part die and send it over to the domain. Let's just add a blog section. So add a /blog with 3 dummy posts. Make sure the blog archives look amazing and the UX for the blogs is sound. And then I'll just like copy some text over. I think that's better than nothing, and copy the URL. So let me see what pages are indexed. Bully diet, yep. Directory. It's the directory listings that are mainly trusted bully kennels. I can just try and get it to do that. That's fine. And then this post would be fine. And this post will be fine. I think that was a good post actually. I think some of these were okay. Yeah, I think this one was fine. It's a good post. It's a good post. What? Okay, yeah. This was a good post. Ooh, and then there's that. So these are pages I'll recreate. I'm gonna do trusted bully. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get it to recreate this exact URL, and it's just gonna have to do some dummy data on that page. I'll just copy this and let it do that. Let's head back over to here. All right, so did it create the blog? Okay, we need a navigation bar with blog link and buy this site button. There we go. So we got the blog page. There we go. Lovely. And then, okay, we need the navigation bar to appear on the blog page also. Then we need to embed this video in to the what's it called? To the YouTube stats video placeholder. Placeholder section. And then I'm going to start replacing the blog pages, and then I'm going to connect it to Netlify. So YouTube video embed has been updated. Let's wait for it to fully update. And then let's copy some. Okay, so trusted. So this is the one I'm going to do first. So create a dummy directory page at this. Okay, perfect. That's there. That looks good. Cool. All right, so create a dummy directory page with the page slug / URL there. URL trusted bully kennels. And I'll just give it this to try and copy. I think it will do a good job on its own. Yeah, I think it will do a good job on its own. I'll just tell it to have a search section and then a map. This is all extra. I don't need to do all of this, but yeah, why not? Create a dummy directory page with page slug URL, blah, blah, blah. This is just kind of to make sure Google doesn't get upset. It might still get upset because I'm shifting everything over and a bunch of pages are going missing, but yeah, let's see. Include a search section and map, etc. I'll just tell it to just make it look good. Make it look good. I trust you. I trust your design skills. Just creating the directory page now. Let me get some other things I want it to recreate. So it's probably not going to take all of this text, but I'm going to just copy it anyway. Recreate this blog. Just add a page for this blog post in blog. Wait, what was the URL? No, it's just directly there, so it's not /blog. Okay. It's creating the directory. I need a link to the directory. Oh, in the navigation bar. Cool. It done it. It knew. Cool. Fine. There's a search. Hey. Okay. Can we just have a dummy map? I don't really want to set up map box or anything like that. Token. Let's see if it will do it. If not, then it's fine. I'll replace the map with a placeholder map image from Splash. Okay. From Unsplash. It might not be a good image, but let's see. Oh, that's terrible. No, that's not what we want. No. I'll just have to I'll just take a screenshot from the site. That's fine. Okay, not much bigger, but it's fine. Back over to the home page. I think that's all that needs to be done. I do need to put contact about purchase. I probably, if I'm not going to put the Stripe, no, it's best that I put the Stripe payment link. Before that, let's create a page with this, with the entire contents, following contents. Let's see, what was that one? Was that do they shed? Yeah. Let's take the whole thing so it doesn't try and oops, contents at. Okay. It probably won't take all of that text, but let's see. The main thing is that it makes it to that exact URL, so when the site updates, it will lead to that if anybody does click through, and they're not just going to get a broken page. But I do need to set up a 404 page as well, just why not? Oh, I didn't tell it to follow best SEO practices, but I'm literally just going to do that. I'm not going to guide it. So once I've done those pages, I'm going to say, I'm about to list this site. I'm about to deploy the site. Please go over everything and make sure the site follows best SEO practices. Okay, a new blog post has been created. Okay, let me see if it's... Let's open this up. Okay. Okay, those are still there, but do American Bully shared? Let's just make sure. Yes, cool. And it looks like it's taken the, I don't know, I don't think it's taken the whole thing, but that's fine. Anywho, so that's one. I need to get another one done. So do American Bully shed. Okay, are American Bully dogs aggressive? Let's do the same for this. Link to it from the /blog page also, and then create at this URL. We don't want it going and making its own URLs. So I'm going to skip making the rest of these pages. It's boring. It's just me copying and pasting and making sure the URLs match. I'm not going to make all of them. I'll probably make about 3 more. And then I'm going to deploy the site. So I'll get the Netlify URL and then get the domain name. So I'll log into Namecheap to update the DNS records, or just get the name server, sorry. And then I'll add that to Netlify, and then that's going to point bullyowners.com to this new Lovable.dev site. So it's really simple, but again, I can show you better than I can tell you. So let me cut straight to that. Excuse the change in appearance. It's absolutely freezing in the conservatory and it's taking forever to warm up. So I had to put on a coat and get some coffee, but we're going to continue. In the video, it's just going to be a clip, so you're not going to know it's been like an hour. But anyway, we are, I've done some more things. I went into clicks.so to see what the backlink profile was looking like. I knew it was not going to be anything impressive, but it has some junk backlinks, so I decided to add that on there as a feature. So there we go. I just gave it the image and told it to add that and make sure the YouTube link was correct. So that takes you to the actual page, and I've added this video, which is just like a run through of the channel, the back end, just to show people are subscribing and it's there and it's active, because the channel is the main reason anybody would want to buy this domain and this package. So I don't know what this should be priced at. So in Buy This Site, I don't know if it works. It never seems to work within Lovable, but I've got like a mail to link that should open up. It should open up in your computer with, let me see. I don't know. It never works. So I might have to, I'll deploy it and see if it works, but it should just be, because I've not done a Stripe page. I don't know if Stripe let you do make an offer, because that would be really good. If I could just get it to let people just like make an offer, because I really don't know what this should be. But yeah, I could link it to the Stripe page, a buy it now page, or I could just let people just send me a message. So that's what I was hoping for, but this doesn't seem to be working. So all of these buttons should open up like message, just the email app, and then send an email straight to me. And then on the blog, I didn't bother with the blog images. It adds the logo as a placeholder, which is quite cool. I tried to get it to copy the entire blog post over, but Lovable have some huge issues with the length of things, because it will say that the file is getting large at 143 lines of code, which is just strange. That's not a lot of code at all. So it likes to break everything up. So if you give it a 3,000 word blog post, it's just not gonna take that into account. But it done what it could. So that's fine. The main thing is that I've got the URLs recreated. That's all I wanted. So I've done 6 of them. It's a nice little site to visit, and yeah, that's done. That's it. So now what I need to do, even though I know this button is not working, let's just crack on and connect it to Netlify. So we do this from here. So we're just going to hit publish, deploy. I don't want this to be remixable, but let's just hit deploy. I may reuse this template myself for other pages, other domains I'm selling, and then just remove the YouTube stuff. So it's now been published at cozybullylanding.lovable.app, and there it is. Cool. That's the first stage. Now I'm going to tell Lovable that I want to deploy it to Netlify, but I also want to make sure that it's sound from an SEO perspective before we go ahead, and then I'll connect it to GitHub. So I am ready to deploy this site via Netlify. Please make sure all SEO best practices have been applied. I'll help you check and implement SEO best practices. Let's update the necessary files to ensure optimal SEO. So what's it doing? Let's see. I implemented several SEO improvements, added comprehensive meta tags, including Open Graph and Twitter cards, improved the page title and description, added semantic HTML structure with proper main and section tags, implemented React Helmet for dynamic meta tags, added keywords, added proper robots meta tag, ensured all content is properly structured for search engine. Cool. So some people have asked me about SEO. I can do a whole video on how I would structure. I kind of covered it in different videos, just basic from prompts, but how to ensure that SEO is covered, just the basic technical SEO. And this is a good example of it. So if you know you've not told it to do this ahead of time, before you go ahead and deploy, just tell it to make sure that SEO best practices have been followed, because you don't have to then know about everything. So robots meta tag, if you don't know about all of those things, the AI has a general knowledge on SEO. So it will do a good job with that. The only thing it doesn't do well is the sitemap, and I'm still trying to prompt my way around getting it to do this, because how it makes pages is it creates the page as a file and then it uses roots to connect them. And when you're using something like WordPress, all the pages that you create, they're in the database, and the sitemap structure is very, very straightforward. So you've got your category archives, your blog posts, your blog category archives, and then the tips, and everything is really well organized. So you're kind of spoiled from that perspective. But when you're building the site from scratch, you need to pay attention to these things. It's not just the file structure, it's how the IDE understands the layout of your site. So you could plan this ahead of time if you plan out all your pages. So I would usually make my pages in the bulk publishing sheet, and then I'd have the categories, the titles, the slugs, all of that already planned out, and then I could just make my sitemap from that. I don't even have to make it in Lovable. I could just make it in ChatGPT or Claude and then download the XML file and then add it to my directory, which is something I probably have to do in future. Just something that's been an afterthought of recent, but these are just things to consider when you're looking at the SEO and the structure of your site. So certainly from a technical SEO perspective, you can engineer your site a lot better if you're aware of these things. If not, then yeah, they are afterthoughts, and you might just end up with a completely fudged SEO, technical SEO for your site. So again, it understands this. You can just tell it and do best practices. Typically when you tell it best practices for anything, it does an okay job, and then you can go through and see what else needs doing. So that's done. Create a sitemap and include all of the blog pages and public pages in the directory. And that's not the directory, it's just literally the page directory. I'm going to give it these just so it knows, and we'll see what it can do. Again, include routes to the blog pages, and just paste that in and just hope for the best. But again, I'm not that hopeful. We'll just see what it does. So it's creating the sitemap.xml. Let's check it out. Oh, it is actually creating these, it looks like it did. So bullyowners.com, blog, trusted bully kennels. Okay, it did. It made the pages. Okay, cool. All right. And it also created the robots.txt file to help the search engines find the sitemap. So 2 very important files to have. Okay, so I'm ready to deploy the site to Netlify. Let's hit edit code and transfer the repository to GitHub. So my GitHub is already connected. It says, okay, we don't keep a copy, handle your repository carefully to avoid losing your work. And you don't have to worry. Before I was concerned that once I transferred it, I wouldn't be able to bring it back and edit it, but that's not true. You can edit it in VS Code, Windsurf, anything, and come back and still make changes, which is awesome. So this has now gone over to my GitHub. It's over here. Here it is. All good. These are all the files. So you can just go to app.netlify.com/start if you're logged into Netlify. You should already have your account set up. And then you can hit GitHub, and it's going to get you to authorize and then find your project, which is this one, and just connect everything. So bully owners, check availability. And then we've got build settings, main, base directory, it's just all going into the main. I don't have any environment variables. If you do, so if you've used anything like Stripe or OpenAI, if you've got any API keys, any secret keys, you need to add them via the environment variables. So you'll have your .env file, but if you're adding them to Netlify, you need to add them in this way or things are not going to work. So what you can actually do, it doesn't show you here, but you can just copy the entire contents of your .env file and hit paste, so Control V, Command V, whatever it is you're using, and then it's going to put them all in. So you don't have to put them in individually. I learned this after doing it individually. But you add your environment variables, the name of it, minus the equal sign, and then the value of it, and that's that. So I don't have any environment variables, so I'm just going to hit deploy. And if there are no issues, it should build. So we're going to give it like a minute, and it should build the site, put it together, and then it will be available on Netlify. It's still building. Uploaded, published. So there, that's it. It's on Netlify. That's done. So I can open this link, bullyowners.netlify.app. There it is. And buy this site is still not working. So I'm going to need to update this button once I've figured out what I'm putting behind it. And the good thing is it's going to automatically send these updates from Lovable to Netlify because it's now linked via GitHub. So everything that updates on GitHub is now going to update on this version of the site here. But of course, we want to now connect our domain. We do not want bullyowners.netlify.app. That's not the domain we want. So from here, we're going to hit domain management and we're going to add the domain. So bullyowners.com. Verify, and it says it's already registered. Of course, you can't just go and add ebay.com and expect it to let you in. We're going to hit add domain, and now we need to connect the name servers. So this Netlify subdomain is always going to exist, which is good. If you want to use the Netlify CMS, it's free. You can set that up. Topic for another video, but primary domain, this is going to be the primary domain, so everything's going to be forwarded to this. And I'm going to hit setup Netlify, verify. Now what it wants me to do, I'm just going to go through this again. Continue. Now what it wants me to do is add these name servers. Now this is where you go to Namecheap or GoDaddy or wherever you bought your domain from, and you add these to your domain provider so they can connect it all up. And then that's all you have to do. So I'm just going to copy this one and then change it to 2, 3, and 4. So once you've found your domain, you're just going to go to manage. And over in this name servers section, you're going to change it to custom DNS, and we're going to add 2 more of them because we've got 4 in total. And I'm just going to paste all of these in and then change it to 2, 3, and 4. This might not update immediately. It could take up to 48 hours to propagate. So in my experience, it never takes that long. But it might not be done immediately. But I'm just going to hit done, and we're going to wait to see what it does. Let's just refresh. It looks like it's already picked it up. So Netlify DNS. Yeah, it looks like it's already picked it up. It might take a second to... Okay, it's fine. It's all done. So you get your free SSL certificate. I don't know if it's a 3-month certificate. I think it is with Let's Encrypt, but... it's fine, it's free, you just keep renewing. Let me head over to bullyowners.com and see if it is indeed working. No, not yet. Okay, so it's not been updated yet, but everything is in order for it to update. But once it has propagated, when I go to bullyowners.com, it's going to take me straight to the Lovable.dev version. So as I mentioned, any update that you do, now that it's connected to GitHub, is going to reflect in Netlify. So let me go and create a Stripe product and then get this button to work. And then you're going to tell Lovable to update all of the buy this site buttons to this URL. I think that's it. I think it should update the one in the nav bar as well. Let's see. New Stripe checkout URL. This requires changes both the navigation component and the CTA button component. Perfect. If I click buy this site, it opens straight up in the Stripe with the Stripe payment page. I'm going to hit publish again so it gets deployed, redeploy. So that gets sent over to Netlify, and we'll see that get sent over as well. Yeah, perfect. So that's all been updated. So it's that simple. This has been a long video. I've covered everything I wanted to, which is putting this is actually the second. I've done this already for another site, a music site. But this is the second domain I've created a Lovable landing page / mini site for. Going forwards, because I have so many domains that I want to get rid of, I'm not going to do this. Not all of them have a YouTube channel or an existing blog page. So I'm definitely not going to be creating elaborate pages for all of them. It's just going to be a one page landing page with by the site. So I will reuse the nav bar, which has by this site, this section where I can place the logo, the domain name in bold, what it has. They're not all going to have an established community. By the site button, no visit our blog. It's not going to have this section. It will have this section if it's got any backlinks or not. And I'll use clicks.so for that, to find the backlink information or any site information. I'll put the link to that if they have an affiliate program. I don't know. If they do, it will be my affiliate link. If not, it will just be the link. But it's clicks.so, so you can visit it. It's very easy to find. But I'll be using that to find all of my domain information, just to add to the landing page, and then it's just going to be the by the site page. So I'll probably make some more of these videos and try to tackle a different element, something that I've not covered in each of them. But that's it. If you found this video useful in any way, please drop a comment. I'm loving replying to the comments and having conversations about this brand new world of ours. So definitely drop a comment, like, subscribe, all of the good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.